at 60. I am so happy to see you guys. Oh, I wish I could just come right through there and give you all a great big hug. I feel like it's been forever. Oh, we did so many wonderful Christmas videos. We had the best time. And then I took a little bit of a break, and I kind of wish I hadn't done that because I kind of feel out of things today. So, well, just forgive me. Forgive me just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Anyway, welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen, and welcome to a Super at 60 cozy winter. And that's what we're gonna celebrate for the next several months. It's all about soups. It's all about warm. It's all about making us feel just all good inside. We want to nourish ourselves with really good stuff. We want to nourish our families. We want to have company. We just want to have a wonderful time. And that's just what I just love doing. So I am happy that you're here today. I can smell my meat over there on the stove top already, so I need to get over there and tend to that. And hopefully, I started some sourdough rolls earlier today, and I'm gonna hopefully show you all that. And I say hopefully because I'm not 100% sure. Sourdough is a funny thing. It may be ready for dinner time, and it may be not. I started them early. In fact, I was still in my new pink robe. Yeah. I got a new pink robe from Santa, and it is the most wonderful robe I've ever had. I'm not sure, honestly, if I've had it off since Christmas, except right now. I'm not wearing it right now, but I did have to take a break, go upstairs. I had to take my nail polish off. I still had this awful red, chippy red polish on, so forgive me in advance when you see the bread up close, finger shots. So I don't like nasty nail polish, but I forgot, and I got into it, and I had to finish it, and see, now they're not done, but they're not red and chippy anymore. So forgive me. Let's go. I'm going to take you over to the stove, and we're going to work on our first soup of the cozy Super 60 kitchen. Yes, the cozy winter soups. They are on their way. Now, we're not going to do all soups, but we're going to do an awful lot of soups this whole winter. People love soups. You guys have asked for soups. I am Soup, S-O-U-P-E-R, at 60, so I should be able to do soups. Hey, that's about all I ever could do. So the other stuff is just, you know, all added wonderful things. And my husband is so happy for that, although he is a soup man, and I'm very blessed for that. So yes, I'm going to go ahead over to the stove and get things started, and I'm going to take you with me. And today is a lasagna soup. Yep, we're having lasagna soup. Alrighty, here we go in my stock pot, my cast iron stock pot. I went ahead, I have two Italian sausages in here where I just sliced them down the middle, took the casings off, and I am cooking them, browning them right now. And I also happen to have probably about a quarter pound of ground beef that needed to be cooked up. So that's going to be added to our soup today, our lasagna soup. Oh, this is so good. Sometimes I just call it Italian sausage soup, but today I'm going to be using some broken up lasagna noodles that I had. So I'm going to call it lasagna soup. All right, so I'm going to break all of that up just like that. Okay, you guys have one of these things. They are just the most wonderful things in the whole wide world. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of minced onion to this. Now you can add chopped onion, about a quarter cup to a half a cup of chopped onion to this. I kind of, this is a recipe I make often a lot of, and but today I'm really making this for two, although I can see already it's probably going to be more like for 4 or perhaps 6. So we'll be eating off this for a while, which is perfectly fine. And soup freezes generally so well. All right, I'm going to add a little oregano. You know, I'm just sprinkling on. It's probably not even a quarter of a teaspoon, and a little bit of garlic powder. I did also put in here 2 hefty squirts of the garlic, minced garlic. And oh, it smells good. So good. I've got it turned way down now. Right. And now I have a 15-ounce can of stewed tomatoes, and I'm going to put those in. And then I'm going to use this ground beef masher. That's kind of what I call it. I forget. It's got a name and I always forget. And I'm just going to mash up these tomatoes really, really well. All right, that'll take me just a minute. All right, it's looking really good and it smells fantastic in here. This is a soup you can make last minute. Comes together beautifully so quickly. I thought our first soup would be a real quick one. This is some chicken stock. You can use your own, or of course you can buy it. Don't add too much at first. This is 2 cups right here, 2 to 3 cups. I knew I wouldn't need 3 cups, but I went ahead and poured out 2 cups worth, and I'll keep an eye on it. Those tomatoes are gonna also add a lot of juice. So I don't want it too wet and sloshy, but I have to have enough liquid because we are gonna throw raw pasta in here. Today, it's just broken up lasagna noodles. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Gotta always have salt and pepper. I am gonna add a little bit more garlic powder, granules, and I'm gonna add a little bit more oregano, just like that. All right. Give it a good stir. And I'm going to go ahead now and add, here's my broken up lasagna. You know, sometimes at the bottom of the box, after you're done pulling out your sheets for a lasagna, you have some broken pieces. Now, I had many of these were at the bottom of a bag, and some I just went ahead and crushed up. Now, I don't have you can use double that amount of pasta if you want, if you're a real pasta person. We love pasta, but we're trying not to eat too much pasta. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm gonna have to add the rest of the liquid just so that it cooks that pasta. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Yep, give it a good final stir here, and then I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. I want it to come up to a boil, and then we'll finish our soup. All right, let's check on our soup. It's been about 15 minutes. The pasta is perfect. Make sure it's al dente. You do not want your noodles to just be a soggy mess. Can y'all see that in there? It's beautiful. Kind of looks like lasagna, doesn't it? The little curly ends of the pasta, they're so pretty. That is such a beautiful, beautiful picture and a very pretty soup. All right. Right now we're gonna add some, it can't be lasagna without ricotta. Okay, so we're gonna add some ricotta cheese, about 1/4 cup. Gonna add some Parmesan cheese. I do not have freshly grated today. I usually do. About 2 tablespoons of that, and I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of shredded mozzarella. And you can put a little bit more of the cheeses on top if you like when you serve it, just a little dab. All right, mix those up. Make sure that the ricotta cheese is well blended in there. You're just gonna get that fabulous taste of that ricotta cheese all the way through here. Again, taste it yourself, see if it's enough. If you want a little bit more, go ahead, be a little adventurous and add some more cheese to the pot. Now that is a beauty, absolute beautiful soup, and ready for any cozy, warm winter night supper table. All right, I think I'm gonna do a little sourdough bread, maybe make like sourdough rolls to go with our soup tonight. This little piece of tape here, I just put here, this is my starter. I can't keep it in a quart jar anymore because I'm doing so much sourdough practicing that a quart jar is not big enough. So the top of this tape right there is where it was this morning before it was fed. So I fed it, and look at that. And that was only about 2 hours ago. That is one really happy sourdough starter, and I am gonna put together some bread right now. All right, I started with 3/4 cups of warm, purified water. Don't use tap water. I wouldn't use tap water. We don't want any chlorine in there because it will kill any yeast that you've grown. It will kill it. So purified water of some kind would be ideal, really, for this. All right, and then I'm gonna put in 1 cup of active starter. One tablespoon of melted butter. This is just 1 loaf if I was gonna make this into bread, sandwich bread. But like I said, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do rolls tonight. 1½ teaspoons of sugar. Okay. Yeast needs some kind of sugar, so you can use either white sugar, brown sugar, which I was gonna do today, darn it, and I forgot. There we go. Next time. Okay, and approximately 2 3/4 cups of flour. So let me get another measuring cup out. Yesterday when I made bread, it only took 2 cups of flour. So I don't know, we'll see what happens today. So there's 1, we'll start with 2, and we'll take it from there. 2. And I'm also, at this time, now that I put my everything else in there and the flour, I'm going to go ahead with 1 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Got to have salt in your bread or it'll just be a tasteless mess. Yep, pretty much. That's all you're going to have. All right, let's go ahead and see what we're doing here. Can y'all see in there? All right, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more flour. It's a little sticking to the bottom there, and I want it to have, the side should be absolutely clean. It should pick up all the flour, but not too much. So it's a little play game here. You just want to make sure you get it right. All right, I'm watching it very, very carefully, adding flour as I need it. N-E-E-D. And K-N-E-A-D. Yeah, it still looks kind of squishy. I'm gonna add the rest of that. That was about 1 teaspoon. Sometimes I add just by the teaspoon when it gets kind of to this point. I'm just not sure. So instead of dumping in 3/4 cup, you just put in a little at a time and then you watch it. It's just a little waiting game. All right, I'm gonna put in a little bit more. Still sticking. I still haven't hit the 2 3/4 yet. Is what the recipe kind of comes out to in grams. I don't weigh any of my products, any of my ingredients, as you can tell. I just don't want to get that scale out. So I'm fighting it. But so far it has worked for me, so we'll see. All right, looks like it's been done. I'm letting it knead for probably about a total of 8 minutes. All right, take it off. Oh, it is such a beautiful, beautiful soft dough. Really nice. I know y'all are still laughing at me with this mixer. I'm gonna kill it. By accident, I'm gonna kill it. I don't mean to. It's just, I'm gonna do something to it. I just know it. All right, there we go. All right, look at that dough. It's so soft, so absolutely beautiful. And that is sourdough. All right, I'll put it down here on the counter for a minute and just pull it as tight as I can just so it has a nice taut top. All right, and yes, I'm still in my jammies. Oh, I got this wonderful robe for Christmas, and I love it. I don't know if I've taken it off since Christmas. I'm just kidding. Of course, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Now, if I were gonna make a loaf of bread, there I'd go. Right there, I would pop it right now into a loaf pan. It only gets 1 rise. Of course, the rise can be an overnight rise, but It only gets one rise. But I've already made several loaves to just make sure that this recipe is gonna work. So I'm going to go ahead and we're gonna make rolls to go with dinner tonight, okay? So we'll cut that in half, and that in half, and then those in half. All right, just like that. So we have, what, eight rolls? Yeah. So just like that. And then again like that, and like that. Oops. All right, now I'm gonna put probably a little hunk more in this one right here. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna form them. Make like a little flat first. I know my fingernails are a mess. I know. I'm gonna go up and as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna go upstairs and take care of business here. And then I'll be back, promise you. All right, there's one roll going right on a parchment paper. Now we won't see these rolls again. I won't. Maybe we'll be lucky and they'll be done by dinner time. You know, that sourdough was really in good shape and it was in its prime, meaning it was rising, in the midst of rising. That's when you want to catch your sourdough, when it's absolutely perfect. All right, I just give it a little crank like that on the bottom. Give it a little roll in my fist. And there we go. All right, same thing here. Pinch, pinch, pinch. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish these up and I will see you back in just a little bit. Well, our soup is all finished. The lasagna soup is absolutely incredible. I would go to any restaurant that served that and pay a lot of money to have a bowl of lasagna soup like mine. So now you can make yours at home. I made a smaller version, but I will put the larger version, the regular version, if I'll say, family size version, for those of you who would prefer more in the pot. Wouldn't we all prefer more in our pots? Okay, well, I wanted to show you the sourdough rolls. They smell so good. Here, smell one. Don't they smell delicious? Look at that. I tore it in half. It is absolutely a little bit of golden brown on the bottom. They came out just in time. Just in time. They're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I just sit here and tear them apart. And as a matter of fact, their steam is still coming out of them. Those are beautiful. I haven't tasted them yet, but they're just beautiful. Really, really lovely. We're gonna tackle sourdough. Yes, we are. At least we're gonna try some sourdough breads. Yep, I've been working, I've been practicing on them and trying to come up with some new and innovative ideas for sourdough. So we're gonna put some of those to the test down the road just a ways. But I want to thank you again for joining me on Super at 60 Cozy Warm Winters. And join me next time. Make sure you look for me because we're going to have more soups or maybe a stew or, well, you just never know. You know me. Maybe something decorated. I don't know. Well, stay tuned and look for my next video. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I was so happy to be back today and to be seeing all your smiling faces. And now I can't wait. I can't wait to read your comments once they come in. I love your comments and I cherish each and every one of them. They mean a great deal to me and they inspire me to keep going. Remember, we're trying to get to 3,000, so share my videos on all your socials out there. Just get it out there, get it out there. And let's see if we can get Super at 60 up to 3,000 subscribers. That would make this mama very, very happy. So I will see you next time. And for now, bye-bye and Lord bless.